Hello children, how are you? Now again we are ready to learn ray optics. In our last module, we have seen just introduction part of ray optics, that is reflection of light, and we have seen sign convention. Now today we are going to learn what is principal focus, focal length. We are going to see and radius of curvature of a spherical mirror and radius of curvature of an spherical mirror. This we are going to learn first. Now dear children, what is the meaning of it? This is our principal axis. This is our concave mirror. Here we can see like this. Suppose a parallel beam of light are coming from infinity in this manner. The rays are coming here parallel to that of principal axis. Then just after reflection, here is a point called pole. Ray after just reflection meet at a point here in this manner. So we can say that this point where it meets is called principal focus, and the distance in between pole and focus is called focal length. Similarly, in case of a convex mirror, here it is our convex mirror in which the parallel rays are coming parallel to the principal axis, and just after reflection it is something like this, that will appear to meet at a point called principal focus. Here is a pole, and this distance here is a called focal length. So draw these two diagrams, children. We can see in both the diagram, here is a case for concave mirror and here is a case for a convex mirror. In case of a concave mirror, F is a real point. F is a real point here, which we can see where the rays after reflection actually meets. So the length here PF is called a focal length, while that of in a convex mirror F is a virtual point. F is a virtual point. In this case, it is a virtual point. In this case, it is a real point. The rays after reflection appears to diverge. The rays after reflection appears to diverge. This is the difference in between a concave mirror and a convex mirror that we can see easily. So the children, what I want to say, the distance here, it is a point called a center of curvature. The distance in between P and C is called a radius of curvature. Here it is a point C. Now, dear children, again I am saying this is a pole, this is a principal focus, here is a center of curvature. The distance in between pole and principal focus is called focal length. Is it clear? According to our sign convention, all the distances are measured from the pole. So the distance here, rays are going this, but we are measuring in this direction. So the focal length of a concave lens is negative. Similarly, in case of a convex mirror, we are getting here a virtual point. So this distance we are measuring in the direction of rays. So we can say in a convex mirror, the focal length is positive. Now, we are going to see the relation in between focal length and the radius of curvature. Let us see the relation in between dear children, we are going to see the relation in between focal length and the radius of curvature for a concave mirror. For a concave mirror, this is our problem here. So children, for that again we are drawing figure first. Here is a concave mirror. Here is a point called P. A ray parallel to the principal axis just after reflection meet at a point called focus. Say this ray AB is coming over here. Another ray which is passing through the center of curvature. Here we can see. So this angle here is called angle of incidence and this angle is called angle of reflection. The distance from P to F is called focal length. Here it is a center of curvature. So the distance in between pole and center of curvature is called radius of curvature. Draw this figure. Then we are going to see the relation in between F and R. Now, you can see here join CB. Angle ABC is called angle of incidence. It is called angle of incidence. Then you can see the angle CBF. CBF, it is called angle of reflection. This is angle of reflection. Now, so dear children, you can see here angle BCF. This angle is I, so this angle is also I because these are alternate angle. Angle BCF is equal to angle ABC. Angle ABC, it is angle I. This is called alternate angle. Here. Now, in this triangle CBF, in a triangle, you see here what we are seeing. In this triangle C, B and F, what we are observing? Let us see and think. Dear children, in a triangle CBF, angle I is equal to angle R. Angle I is equal to angle R. This is according to the law of reflection. This is according to the law of reflection. Then you can see here this CF is equal to FB. CF is equal to FB. We can see because these two angles are same. So dear children, angle I is equal to angle R. CF is equal to FB. But if I say this aperture is very small, so I can say that FB is equal to FP. If this is very small, I can say if aperture is small, so we can assume FP is equal to FP. When FP is equal to FP, so I can say FB is equal to CF. So I can write here CF is equal to FP. Here F is a center of P and C. So I can say PF is equal to 1 by 2 PC. When PF is equal to 1 by 2 PC, so I can write here children here. What is PF? We are measuring the distance in the opposite direction. So PF comes out to be minus F. 1 by 2 PC, that is radius of curvature, that is also minus. So here, both minus sign will cancel out. The result comes out here, F is equal to R by 2. So dear children, I can say the focal length of a concave mirror, what is the result came out? Focal length of a concave mirror, focal length of a concave mirror is equal to the half of the radius of curvature. Is equal to the half of the radius of curvature. Here we can see like this. Similar formula we can prove for convex mirror also. Is that clear? So write down. Then we are going to see another article, that is a mirror formula for a concave mirror. We are going to see a mirror formula for a concave mirror. Mirror formula for a concave mirror. Here For that I am drawing a figure first. This is our principal axis. Here it is our concave mirror. This is the pole. Suppose here an object is kept AB. A ray parallel to the principal axis. This is the principal axis. Just after reflection, it will passes through the focus here. Here the another ray which is passes through the center of curvature. So both the rays, this ray and this ray are meeting at this point. We are getting image here. Here the ray comes out like this through center of curvature. So it will retrace as the same path. AB is our object. Suppose this ray is AD. So we are getting here an inverted image A dash B dash. One ray is going to the pole. Then just after reflection, it will also pass through like this. This is called angle of incidence and here is called angle of reflection. Here is the object, here we are getting the image. So the distance from the pole to the object is called U. That is negative. We are measuring against the incident ray. Here we are getting the image in between focus and center of curvature. This is the image distance. This is called V. It is also minus. The distance from the pole to the center of curvature, it is called radius of curvature. It is also minus. So draw this figure. Let us say what is going on. P is a pole. This is a concave mirror of a small aperture. We are getting here a real image. We are getting here a real image at A dash B dash. When the object is held in front of a concave mirror, image is real. This thing we are getting. Draw this figure, then we are going to derive a relation in between U, V and R or F. Angle APB. APB here. Angle AP and B is angle I. That is equal to BPA dash. BPA dash, that is angle R. According to law of reflection, A dash B dash is perpendicular to the principal axis. A dash B dash is this one. Is perpendicular to the principal axis, that is real and inverted image. Real and inverted image of an object AB formed by reflection from this mirror, concave mirror. So in a triangle ABC and A dash B dash C, in a triangle ABC and a triangle A dash B dash and C, both the triangles here and here, both are similar triangles on the same line. Here is the angle 90 degree. So I can write here this distance height AB divided by A dash B dash according to our symmetry. AB divided by A dash B dash is equal to CB divided by CB dash. CB divided by CB dash. It is our equation number 1. This is according to the symmetry of triangles. Now, then children, in the triangle ABP and A dash B dash P, in the triangle ABP and A dash B dash P and A dash B dash P. See these two triangles again. Again they are similar triangles. What can I write? Same. Height AB divided by A dash B dash. AB divided by A dash B dash is equal to, what is that? That is PB divided by PB dash. PB divided by PB dash. This is our equation number 2. See these two equation number 1 and 2. Then I can write from 1 and 2. CB divided by CB dash is equal to PB divided by PB dash. Here. Here I can say, with the help of these two equations, I am writing here CB divided by CB dash is equal to PB divided by PB dash. Here. What is CB? See that in this figure CB. That is C, here is B. What is CB? That is PB minus PC. PB minus PC. Here is CB. Similarly, CB dash. Here. That is PC minus PB dash. PC minus PB dash. Put these values here. Here. Now, put these values here. That is PB minus PC divided by PC minus PB dash is equal to PB by PB dash. Put these values here. What is PB? PB is equal to minus U minus PC minus R divided by PC minus R. PB dash minus V is equal to PB, that is the distance of the object again, U. PB dash minus V here. So what is that? Minus U plus R divided by minus R plus V is equal to U by V. Then cross multiply it. minus u plus r divided by minus r plus v is equal to u by v. Now, minus of ur plus of uv is equal to minus of uv plus of vr. क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करा हमने. ur को उधर ले लीजिए, uv को इधर ले लीजिए. वी आर गेटिंग हियर ट्वाइस ऑफ uv is equal to ur plus vr here. Now divide the whole equation. Again we can see, divide both the side by uvr. Divide both the side by uv and r. So twice of uv divided by uvr is equal to ur divided by uvr plus vr divided by uvr. Here we are getting 2 by r. Here is 1 by v and here is 1 by u. 2 by r, just we have seen in earlier last article, f is equal to r by 2. So this is 1 by f is equal to 1 by u plus 1 by v. This is the relation here. This is the required mirror formula. We are getting here 1 by u plus 1 by v. Is it clear? है ना आसान? Yes sir. Now, when the object is held in front of a mirror in between pole, so you can see this is the required formula for that. Write down. In another case, if I can say, when this object is held in front of a mirror in between the pole and focus, अगर यहाँ कहीं रखेंगे तो we will get the image is virtual, erect and magnified. That is another case. So this we can prove over. Now similar way for mirror formula for a convex mirror also, so you can do at your level. Now I am going to explain what do you mean by linear magnification of a spherical mirror. Linear magnification of an spherical mirror. We are going to see linear magnification of a spherical mirror. We may call it is a M. It is a ratio of the size of the image, this is image, to that of size of the object. So M is equal to size of the image, say it is H2, A dash B dash. Size of the object, say it is H1. H2 by H1, or I can say A dash B dash divided by AB. Also I can write A dash B dash, that also I can write from our earlier equation, that is equal to PP dash, and here that is equal to PP. So I can also write PP dash divided by PP. Earlier our equation. Number 2. So M comes out to be, here it is upward, here it is downward. So this is minus here. So minus of H2 divided by H1 PP dash, that is minus V, that is minus U. This is the formula here. So I can write here children, M is equal to H2 by H1 is equal to V by U. this is the formula for the magnification of such a mirror. M is negative here for a concave mirror. In case of a convex mirror, image is always virtual and erect. Virtual and erect for a convex mirror. Whatever be the position of the object, so our formula for the magnification would be h2 by h1, that is minus v by u. M is positive here for a convex mirror. So when m is greater than 1, image is enlarged. जब m की वैल्यू 1 से ज्यादा है तो enlarged, और m की वैल्यू 1 से कम है तो image is diminished. Is that clear? Remember, for a numerical, m is positive when the image is erect or virtual. Erect or virtual. M is negative, image is inverted, and real image that we have seen. So dear children, in case of a first case, if I take here our mirror formula 1 by u plus 1 by v is equal to 1 by f. Divided by v, so v by u plus 1 is equal to v by f. So v by u comes out to be v by f minus 1. That is v minus f by f. So for a virtual image, m is equal to minus v by u. So I can write here f minus v divided by f here from here. Minus sign, that's why. Similarly, for the second case, this is the first case. For the second case, 1 plus u by v divided by u, that is u by f. So u by v comes out to be u by f minus 1. That is u minus f divided by f. So v by u comes out to be f upon u minus f. Just inverse कर दिया इसका. So m is equal to minus of v by u. That I can write f divided by f minus u. These are the different formula for the magnification in case of a virtual image or a real image. So what are the uses of convex mirror? The convex mirror are used as a reflector in a street light, or we can use in a vehicles or scooters convex mirror. While that of the uses of a concave mirror, that is our shaving mirror, headlight mirror, all are the uses of these two mirrors. So today it's complete. Okay.